John, a massive result for yourself and the club and the fans and everyone involved. You've had a few days now to kind of calm down from the high. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it was a massive result, performance for everyone, Falkirk, minded, connected, absolutely. For Chris the Kitman all the way up to the directors, obviously the fans, massive thanks to the fans for creating, fantastic atmosphere. The atmosphere's the best since myself and Paul have came here, and speaking to some of the fans, probably the best it's been since the new stadium opened. That's certainly opinions of some of them. So yeah, it's been brilliant. We've obviously moving on. Every game's important. We've got an important league game coming up down in Dumfries against Queen of the South. So our attention's very, very quickly move on to that, but a big congratulations to the players. They put in a tremendous performance to come back in the game and also to bounce back after the Dunfermline game. So it speaks volumes for their character, their mentality, which has just got better and better as the season's gone on. So as I said, after the Dunfermline game, loads to look forward to, and we're still in that situation. We're going to have a very, very exciting end to the season.
And obviously a big game because it means that you're going to Hampden, but also how important was the quarter-final and winning that quarter-final in terms of getting back to winning ways and building up more momentum in the league?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a big game, and it was good it was a big game on the back of Dunfermline. You needed a big game so that there was no hangover. We had to respond, and going behind as well. Big factor again there with regards to how the mentality of the team to bounce back. Huge, absolutely huge. And the guys dealt with it really, really well. Once we managed to settle down after the opening exchanges where Ayr came out of the blocks and did very well, we managed to get the ball down and actually start to pass it, and then took, quite happy the way we played. We played our way back into the game up to half time, and started the second half very, very well. So that was good. That's exactly what we needed to do, and getting the goals at the right time. It was early enough in the half to build on, albeit that we had to come over a situation where we Ayr missed a penalty, a little bit of a break there, and Brian made a couple of really, really good saves. But fortunately enough, the penalty we get, Callum sticks it away, and then Kai comes on and takes his opportunity really, really well. And yeah, the celebrations and the sight of the fans celebrating and the noise and the singing capped it off. So yeah, I think that'll live with us, for many, many years. That.
You mentioned Brian Kinnear making some good saves in that game as well. He obviously made his debut against Airdrie, where he put in a terrific performance there as well. How good is it knowing that you've got that kind of strength and depth in the team, whereas you can swap him for PJ and still get these unbelievable performances week in, week out?
Yeah, no, it's massive. Yeah, you're right. Brian went in against Airdrie and managed to save a penalty and had some other really, really good saves on the day. And going up to the penalty, you're just thinking, you're expecting Chris McGlynn to score, to be honest with you. But you're just thinking maybe, I know Brian didn't save it, but he's a big lad and he covers it. He fills the goal really, really well, and maybe just put some kind of doubt into Chris McGuire's mind in some way. And you're just thinking maybe he's just a lucky omen. Brian having saved a penalty, and then that one there, Airdrie miss it. Ayr miss it. So it's maybe a lucky charm. But it is, yeah. I think we've got a good strength and depth throughout the squad, and that's what we've done in January. We've managed to strengthen there between January and February. Obviously, young Max coming in most recently. And we have a very, very strong bench. It's been a little bit frustrating for the guys that have came in January because the players have kind of took up the gauntlet, and the performances they've been putting in have been different class, and so it's been difficult for some of them to break into the team, which must be a little bit frustrating. But the boys that have been here, for most of the season have responded, remarkably well. In 23 our stats are fantastic. And so, yeah, we've got real good strength and depth, and the players coming on more often than not have made an impact. and that's very, very good for competition, and it's also good for the whole squad that, you know, the guys starting know that if we need to change things, we've got the ammunition on the bench that can come on and make an impact and change things. So it's great. It's great whether it's in the goalkeeping department or whether it's, you know, on the left wing. You know, we've got competition in all places, and going forward, we're going to need everyone. We've got a few rearranged games now. Tuesday, the 11th of April, Montrose in a midweek game. We have games against Dunfermline and Airdrie on the Saturdays, and then we've got the Edinburgh City game moved on to the 18th of April from like the second last game of the season. That's been moved forward to kind of cater for us playing in the semi-final on the 29th of April. So we're going to need the squad, and we're going to be able to, you know, give players a little rest, because we'll not be able to play in every game, I don't think. And we would hope that we don't pick up injuries. At the minute, we've only really got Paul Watson who's missing. So we're in a really, really good place. We're really, really strong, and we're hoping that this exciting end of the season, hopefully we can do exactly that, have a really, really good end to the season.
Speaking of players who have made a big impact since they've come in, I think one of the players that's made an immediate impact has been young Max Kasheriavye. He's been absolutely brilliant since he's come into midfield, and such a young player, just kind of slots in there, and he's really calm on the ball, and just runs about that midfield like he's got a really mature head on him. How important is it to have a player like that in the mix now?
Yeah, well done on the pronunciation once again. You did really well with that. Yeah, he's a good football player. You know, you can tell in 5 minutes. You know, when they come into training, you can tell in 5 minutes. It was a bit like when we went to Wraith Rovers and we seen Kevin Nisbet. Well, you knew right away he was a player. You know, and very, very similar here with Max. You know, you could tell right away he's a football player, and he fits the way we play particularly well. He's calm on the ball. You know, we have got good intensity in our play, and we've got guys who cover, you know, so many kilometres in a game. But you actually need to be efficient in what you're doing, and Max is efficient. He doesn't need to run. Don't get me wrong, he is covering the ground as well. He is, absolutely. But he's got that calmness on the ball, and he passes it. And that was for me the start of us getting a little bit of control in the game the other night. There was Max actually taking the ball and calmly like passing it and keeping possession for us and building attacks. And that kind of went through the team. Stephen took a bigger part after that. You know, Nizzy took a part, and it just kind of like went through the team. Hendo took a part. And then obviously bringing the subs on, Gary then played a part, putting Callum back onto the right, Kai coming on, giving us that individual brilliance that he's got in him. And yeah, that kind of like was great to have that. Great to have the strength and depth on the bench who can come off and actually change it. And if you go back to Alloa, when we in the Scottish Cup tie, with the greatest respect, we filled the bench with a lot of our under 18 guys who are really, really good guys. They've helped us out amazingly well in training and loads of things, and under 18s have been superb. But we now look at the strength and depth that we've got in the squad. It's night and day. And
just looking ahead to Saturday, Queen of the South, always a tricky team to play against. Maybe they've been a bit inconsistent recently, and I know we've obviously beat them the last 3 times we've played them, but always one to be wary of.
Absolutely, I'm sure Marvin's wanted to put one over on us. He was here watching us on Monday night, and no doubt he'll have taken his notes, and we'll be looking to because they're desperately wanting 3 points as well. You know, they'll still have a little glimpse at trying to reach the playoffs. And we've got to be very wary of that, and I do not want any drop-off from ourselves. You know, we want to be looking to get good form all the way right to the end of the season. We've got a semi-final to look forward to, and we need to be in good form to go into the playoffs if that's where we're at. So we respect Queen of the South, we respect them. We've, as you say, we've played them 3 times already. There's been some changes within their squad, but not drastic changes. A lot of the same players are still there. But we'll prepare, we're preparing for that game now. We're preparing properly, and we want to go down there and refocus. We don't want to have, going from such a high to going to a low. We want to continue winning games, get back on that, the league winning campaign now, So that's exactly our mindset and what we want to do.
Here's hoping we can. John, thank you for your time.
Thank you.